All right. Okay, so here's the idea, guys. For most of us, it's going to be a strength day, right? Unless you're so beat up that you want to keep it unweighted, or are you just starting out, right? And you want to keep it unweighted anyway, which is unloaded, which is totally great, right? But for the loaded version, we're going to do two parts today. The first one is going to be deadlift. There's no time component in this or anything like this. We're just going to work on deadlifts. And because you're not working with super heavy weight, which is great, we're going to concentrate on form, and we'll try different variations of deadlifts, right? You can make it super challenging with lighter weights as well. The idea of this will be you're going to go for 2 reps, then 4, then 6, then 8, and you continue to add 2 reps to it as long as you can go unbroken, basically without pausing. And I'm hoping we'll all get to 18. That's why I put it down here, or maybe even more. So again, there's no, like, we can rest in between. I'm gonna like pace ourselves so we're not going super fast. Concentrating on form, making sure your back is nice and connected, and we're just doing it correctly. Okay. Once we're done with this, for part B, we're gonna do devil presses, 40 reps. I'll go over it. And every time you stop to rest for more than a couple of seconds or for more than a second, you're going to break up and do 10 weighted sit-ups. And so this will take a little bit of time because 40 reps of devil's press is quite a lot. And for, just to remind you guys, the way devil's press is going to look is this. Let's say you have one weight and it's a dumbbell, right? You're going to go basically to the floor, kick back into a push-up position. There's no push-up of any sort. You're just going to kick back, boom, and then come up, and then you're going to lift it straight up overhead, right? So it's not a swing away. It's more of a lift straight and press. And if you do it with your hips, it's a sort of like a clean and press without stopping on your shoulder. And that's pretty much it. If you do it with the 2 dumbbells, it's exactly the same thing. Just lift it up and lower it down. And I keep going like this. That's the devil's press. Okay? Now, for unloaded version, we're going to do 30 seconds of work alternating with rest. So there's hollow holds. And by the way, we'll do it in the warm-up for everyone. There's sit-ups, then rest for 30 seconds, then 30 seconds of Superman holds, then 30 seconds of floor back extensions, then again rest for 30 seconds. And your goal is to cycle through this at least 3 times, maybe 5 rounds if you're doing unloaded, okay? And I'll post it up here so you guys can follow. All right, let's start with the warm-up. And because today is a deadlift, we're gonna concentrate on getting our hips loosened up and at the same time keeping our core engaged. So we'll start with just good mornings. And the main idea, I want to see you, so Naoka's watching you guys, so I want to see you sideways, ideally, right? So she can see if your back is doing any movement. And while you're doing good mornings, so notice how, like, if you stand up and put the back of your wrist on your lower back, and I encourage every one of you to do it anyway, just for general awareness, right? And then just slouch, you'll feel with the back of your wrist how your back rounds, right? And then stand up straight. And then do it again, like slouch and stand up. You'll feel how your spine is going in the flexion and extension, right? We don't want that to happen during the workout. So you want your back to be straight all the time, like this. So now keeping your back straight, you can start with keeping the back of your wrist on your back. Try to do a good morning. So you're bending at the hip without rounding your back as low as you can. And that's pretty much it. So if I was to go lower, my back will start rounding. And I don't want that to happen. So only to here and then stand up. And so do like 10 reps, nice and easy. Lower yourself down. At the bottom of it, you'll feel the pull in your hamstrings, in the back of your legs. And it's totally normal. So you go down and up. And I lost count. I think I did 4. That may be 5, 6. I'll just do nice and easy. 7, 8. And we're bringing back awareness of our bodies after we've hopefully had a nice night of sleep, right? And that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna do sit-ups to pike, right? So you'll start on the floor, and we're gonna actually keep first your legs together, right? And so we're gonna do a sit-up into, try to touch your feet as much as you can. So you go back and then sit up, touch. Let's do 10 reps, nice and easy. 10 reps, sit up to pike. I'm gonna adjust this screen so you guys can see me a little bit better.
Yes.
10
Steve, try to keep your feet long and then reach and touch your toes.
So
Nice.
if it's too difficult, don't be afraid to kind of like push away from the floor to come up, right? If you need more support, you can do it on like by the chair, or lift your knees up. If your back is bothering you for some reason, right? You go down, touch the toes, come back, and I'll do a couple more reps, and that will be 10 for me. That's it. Good. Now we're going to go into split-legged good morning. So this, I'm sorry, split-legged good morning. So we're going to go back up, and now one leg forward. The front leg you're going to walk up, so your knees straight. The back leg, I don't really care. Even if it's bent slightly, that's fine. Front leg is straight. You're going to lean forward with the straight back. You're going to feel a pull under your knee, basically, for most of us. Your hamstrings, the back of your leg, it's pulling up. You're going to come up. Do a couple of reps on one side. Just stretch it, hold it for a couple of seconds. And then switch legs, do a couple of reps on the other side. Same thing, the front leg is locked. The back leg is bent slightly. And you're going forward and up. Just pull it gently, down and up, boom. We'll switch and do the same thing on the other side one more time for a couple of times.
Cheryl, front leg straight. Yep, back leg, you can bend your knees on your back leg. Yep. Oh. 10 reps on each side. We lost Vadim. Hold on. Nice. After 10 reps, we're gonna go back to a sit-up. Okay, so when you finish 10 reps on each side, sit on the floor and get to straddle. So split your legs. Nice. Good. Hold on, Steve. Cheryl, wait. Okay. All right. After
sit-ups as before.
Yep. Back to a sit-up. So, but this time we're gonna do a straddle. Sit up to straddle. All right. So open your legs, split your legs. All right, and sit up. Reach and touch the floor. Go back up. And 10 sit-ups. Okay. Nice and good. Make sure reach forward. Touch the floor. Very nice, guys. All right, next, let's go to the butterfly sit-ups. Okay, so feet together, knees out. All right, make sure keep your back straight, swing your arm and sit up. Okay, 10 butterfly sit-ups. Good, swing your arm. Make sure don't round your back. Keep your back straight, flex from your hip. Very nice, guys. Nice. After 10 sit-ups, we're gonna do a single leg deadlift without weight. All right. All right. So the single leg good morning. I'm sorry, single leg deadlift. Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna stand up tall. Okay. And keep your back leg. You're gonna stand with your one leg. Okay. Keep your leg straight. Then you're gonna do the good morning. So keep pushing your hip back, keeping your back leg straight, and go forward. Then squeeze your glute and come back up. Good. Nice. Let's do 10, nice and slow 10 reps. Okay, good. Very nice. Make sure keep your hip facing forward. Very nice. Okay, watch your lower back. Make sure keep the nice arch. Nice and slow, 10 reps on each side. Good. Keep your front knee relaxed. Okay, so bend your front knee a little bit, then slowly lean forward, nice and controlled, and squeeze your glute and stand back up. Nice, Catherine. Nice, Yoko. Good. Very nice, Lena. Good. Nice, Yoko. All right, let's go back to 10 good mornings. Oh, Vadim is back. Hold on, guys. All right, Vadim, we went to single leg good mornings. Single leg deadlift.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
My connection just dropped for some silly reason. I had to restart everything. It's really crazy. Okay, so you've done the single leg mornings. I saw you were doing it on Facebook. We did the, did you do the quad pose into hip lift yet?
Not yet.
Okay, let's go into that next to stretch your hip flexors a little bit. So we're gonna go into on the floor, legs back. If you can stretch your toes out, that would be best. Try to sit in between your legs, stretch your quads a little bit, and then grab your ankles and push your hips forward. And then sit back again. If you can extend your toes out, that would be best. Otherwise, you can keep staying on your toes. Just try to squeeze your butt in between your legs a little bit, stretch your quads, and then push your hips up and come back. Again, stretch it out a little bit, sit back, and again, push your hips up, straighten up, sit back. A couple of more reps, and then push your hips up. Good. And sit back. If you can extend your toes back, that would be ideal. If you have the flexibility to do so. And then push your hips up, stretch, and relax. Good. Now we're going to do a few more sit-ups. And this time, if you can, try to do it straight. Either butterfly, so without your quads, or straight legs, that's totally fine. Like nice and slow. If you can keep your back, hands behind your neck, you're gonna come up to sitting, right? This is tough to do slow, right? And if you're doing it butterfly, it's gonna be super tough without some support underneath your back. It's like going up, it's almost impossible. My legs are coming up, right? So if you engage more of your quads, it's going to be a little bit more doable, and a couple more reps. And if you need to, you can swing your arms to help yourself get forward, right? Or just keep them in the front. It's going to be a little bit more doable, nice and easy. Good. And now we're going to do single-legged deadlift. So this time, it's either no weight whatsoever, and you can just stay on one leg. You can do it Romanian style, so to speak, with a locked knee in the front and just reach down as far down as you can without compromising your back. So you don't want any tilt in your hips, right? Straight hips, and just lean forward as far as you can. If you can touch the floor, that's great. I don't have the flexibility to get all the way down to the floor without rounding my back, right? Like maybe a couple of inches away from it. You can do it on either side a couple of times without the weight first, right? And if it feels good, you can grab a dumbbell or a kettlebell, something not too heavy, or maybe a backpack, a heavy backpack. Hold it up on one side, right? And then go same leg down, as far down as you can, and then come up, right? I'm gonna do it with the dumbbell, and I'm gonna go same leg, try go as low as I can and up. And I will do 5 reps on one leg, and boom. And of course I can't count, but I think that was 5. So I'm gonna go 5 on the other side, right? Nice and slow. And even if you have to bend your front knee slightly, that's not bad. If you actually want to get all the way to the floor, you may need to bend your front knee quite a bit, right? But it's only if you have enough stability and you kind of get the feel for it. Otherwise, the Romanian, the straight-legged deadlifts will be more challenging. So you can do it with lighter weights. Okay, let's do a few more reps of the whole thing one more time, but we're gonna go a little bit faster and not as many reps, right? First 10 good mornings. If you want to add weight, feel free to hold the dumbbell in the front and just do, let's do like 7 reps, nice and easy. 3, 4, 5, keep your back straight as you can. 6, 7, good. Now we're gonna go into sit-ups to pike, right? So your straight legs, you're gonna go sit up, touch your feet. Let's do 5 reps. 2, 3, maybe a little bit faster. You can swing your arms to get to your toes. 5, good. Now we're gonna go split-legged, good morning. I'm gonna do it unweighted. I just use this as a stretch. So the front leg is straight, stand, and we'll do about 3, 4 reps on each side. Hold it at the bottom for a few seconds. One more time, down and up, whoop, switch legs. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure the front leg is straight, down and up, for like 3 to 4 reps, just to stretch it a little bit more. Your hamstring should feel a little better. We're gonna go into sit up into straddle. So now it's a straddle. You go and sit up and touch the floor in front. Let's do about 7 reps. I just like the number 7. But again, you can do 5. We're just warming up, right? No rush. 5, 6, and 7 is okay for me. No rush, and we'll go into a quad pose, into a hip lift. So this is where I try to stretch my ankles a little bit. So I push my toes out and try to sit in between my legs, which for me is very challenging. And then I'm gonna grab my ankles and push my hips forward to stretch, and then go back again, sit back, stretch, hips forward. Let's do 5 reps. So that was 2 for me. Sit back, stretch it out a little bit, and then forward. That would be 3. And then we'll sit back again. Woo. And push your hips forward. That's 4. And the last one, hips forward. Good. We'll do strict sit-ups or as strict as you can. So slower, keeping your hands behind your head and trying to keep straighter back. We'll do about 5 to 7 reps. So I'm doing 3 right now. I'm gonna go forward here. 4, and it's challenging. My legs are coming up, so you want to keep them heavy and on the floor if you can. But it's feeling better now. Now we'll move on to the single-legged deadlift. And if you want to go a little bit heavier, it's totally fine. You can also use 2 dumbbells if you want, right? I'm just gonna use 1 suitcase style, hold it by my side, and I'm gonna go on 1 leg, 5 reps on each side, slow. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your abs are engaged the whole time, which will support your back, right? You need your abs to support your back. Switch arms, same thing on the other side. And we're just doing it unilateral, so meaning you're standing on the same leg on which you're holding your dumbbell, right, or your weight. So just like nice and straight. Try not to create any external rotation, so straight hips, just go down and stand up. Boom. Nice, I'll do 1 more. Woo. And come on. Nice. Okay. Now, we'll do a little bit of hollow holding just to make sure that your abs are fully engaged and you can actually support the weight, right? And you're ready to go. But if you're doing an unloaded version, this is what you're going to concentrate on. So I want you to find a space on the floor. Bring your knees up, right, or your legs up to pull your pelvis, like pull your belly button down into the floor so that your lower back is on the floor, right? And that means sometimes you need to start with your legs up or knees up. Then you're gonna lower your legs slowly, maintaining your lower back on the floor. So if at some point you start feeling your lower back starts popping off the floor, stop lowering your legs down and squeeze your abs a little bit more. So your shoulders will come up off the floor as well. And then continue to lower your legs down as low as you can without losing your back off the floor. Hold it for a few seconds and relax. Okay? So one more time, I'm gonna go straight here. The goal the entire time is to pull your belly button into the floor as much as possible and to get as low as you can with your legs, maintaining that lower back contact with the floor the entire time. If you can get about 6 inches away from the floor, this is golden, but this is also very, very challenging to hold it a couple of seconds. Relax, whoo, and then we'll do it again. So you're here. Try to get that position right away if you can. Now, if you can maintain it, it's not a big deal. First of all, arms forward is easier. Arms up is more difficult. And then the next in the difficulty version will be to rock back and forth without getting stuck on your butt, right? If it's feeling like you're a square sort of a wheel, right? Then you cannot control your lower back yet. So just stick to the hold. And if the hold is too difficult, you can bring your knees up like this. You can hold them, but make sure your lower back is on the floor. Just hold it like this, right? Or maybe let go of your knees, hands forward, and just hold it like that, right? Maybe it's one leg out. Okay, guys, one more thing before we move on. We're gonna do Superman hold, slightly modified variation. So if you're doing the workout unloaded and you're doing the Superman holds, it's just a Superman hold with your body on the floor and you're raising your arms and legs off the floor and squeezing your back as much as you can for at least a second. So it's up and down. Now, sometimes your back flares up and it feels challenging to do that on the floor. So what we'll do now is sort of a modified version where you're standing on the floor on all fours and you're gonna go with the opposite hand and the opposite leg, straighten them out as far out as you can and hold, right? So I'm gonna go left leg out, right leg out, and just reach out as far as possible. Hold for a second. Good. Switch arms. Try to do it, guys, with me. Switch arms and go the other way, right? Hold up and down. And if you do an unloaded version, this is a great variation for the Superman hold. For 30 seconds, you're just gonna go up, hold it for a second, down. Up, hold for a second, down. Up, hold for a second, down. And concentrate on the quality of the movement. Awesome. You guys are doing great. So now I'm gonna talk a little bit about the difference between the Superman hold and the floor back extension, if that's what you're doing in the unloaded version. So when you're doing the Superman hold, your legs and your arms come off the floor and you're just laying down on your belly for the most part. In the back extension, all you're doing is you're trying to extend your back as much as possible, but you're keeping your legs, the entire leg, on the floor. So the difference, again, Superman is this, right? The back extension is when your legs are glued to the floor and you try to raise your arms and shoulders only off the floor, trying to squeeze, basically open up your spine as much as you can, extend it and bring it back down. The goal is to keep your legs heavy on the floor so they don't pop out, and it's very challenging to do, but this will be the version for unloaded variation. Okay, guys, I'm gonna unmute you. Let's see how you guys are doing. So far, so good. Awesome. All right, now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a few reps of deadlifts, right? And idea is to get about 2 to 3 sets of about 5 reps at most. If you can go up, so I'm gonna mute you for a second. If you can go up in weight, right? Go up in weight throughout the sets. If you work with one weight, lighter weight, dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever it is, right? Work with one weight, just go nice and slow. To make it more challenging, again, use the one-legged version, right? And straight legs. So basically the straight leg deadlift, if I was to do it with one dumbbell here, I would keep my legs straight on the floor, lock them up, and go as low as I can, sort of like a good morning, and then stand up, right? As low as I can and stand up. Or I can do a deadlift where I'm going down, and at some point my knees start bending and I'm reaching the floor, touching the floor and standing up. Now, the most important thing if you are doing a deadlift is to keep your back straight for the whole range of motion. So if you're going down, you bend your knees and you can reach the floor, that's perfect. But if you're going down and at some point you start rounding your back to reach the floor, that's not good. You need to keep your back straight. And if that means you're not touching the floor, that's fine, right? You don't have to touch the floor, just go below the knee and then down and up. Switch arms if you're doing it with one weight and go down and up. If you're doing it with 2 weights, just do about 5 reps. Go down and up. And if you can touch the floor, do the full range of motion, 5 deadlifts, right? Now, if you are using something like a backpack, it's the same idea. Straight back, you lower it down, touch the floor, come up. Hips back, touch the floor, come up. That's it. You can load it up with books to make it heavier. That's pretty much it. Rest a couple of seconds, and let's do a couple of more sets of 5 reps. If you can go progressively heavier, do it, or you can go progressively harder. So going from 2-legged deadlift to 1-legged, right? Going to 1-legged and trying to reach the floor will be easier versus going 1-legged and straight leg, right? Straight leg deadlift. That will be harder, and you can do this with 1 dumbbell. I'm gonna go heavier with 1 kettlebell. Hold it in the front here, and just gonna go down, boom, and stand up. And this is a regular, traditional, conventional deadlift where my back remains straight and I'm bending my knees to get down, pick it up, and stand up, right? This feels okay. So I'm actually gonna do 2 dumbbells, which is a little bit heavier than 1 kettlebell, and I'll do 5 reps, touching the front of my dumbbell to the floor. I cannot touch both heads to the floor because that means I have to round my back. See how my back starts rounding? I cannot get there physically, right? It's a
Right, Margaret? Margaret. So before you bend your knees, keep pushing your hip back. If you cannot go anymore, then bend your knees. You don't want to flex. There you go. Then there you go. Keep pushing your hip. There you go. Very nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Milk. And so I'm going to rest a couple of seconds, and now I'll do it with the heaviest weight that I'm going to go with the workout, and I'll just do a couple of reps to get ready for this.
Very nice, Margaret.
And so I'm going to do it with 2 kettlebells and lift them up, and bring them down.
Nice, Cheryl. Good.
5 reps. Ooh, 5.
Nice, Elena. Nice, Cheryl.
Good. Now that we're resting before the last warm-up set, I want you to try the devil's press. We'll do it later, but now see if you have the weight, right? Let's say if it's 1 dumbbell, you're just gonna figure out how you're gonna go down to the floor. So maybe it's this, and maybe all you're doing is you're coming down, hand on the floor, you walk out. There's no push-up or anything. You just come down, then come up, and then picking it up from the floor. The key is, again, to maintain your back, the lower back straight, right? As straight as you can. And you whip it up overhead and bring your arm straight, right? And then bring it down. Maybe switch legs. Step up, step out, step back, and pull it up. And it's more of a straighter pull with your hips and press, right? Try to avoid to swing it away from your body. It's more of a straight pull and press. If that means you have to go lighter, so be it, right? Now, if you are dealing with, let's say, a backpack, it's the same exact idea. And you go down on the floor, come up, and then lift it up and press it up overhead, right? So back down, jump out, jump up, or step out and step back up and lift it up. That's pretty much it, right? So do a couple of reps with what you're working with. If you are doing it with the 2 dumbbells, that would be the most difficult option. You're gonna keep them in between your legs. Maybe jump out, maybe step out, right? Jump up, and then again, lift them up with the straight back and press them up overhead, right? And then bring them back down, jump out, jump up, and press it up, right? Do a couple of reps, whew, and back down and rest. Awesome. And now the last set of warm-up for the deadlifts. Let's see how you guys are doing. Awesome. Well, looks good. Looks good. So 1 more set of deadlifts to prep up for the workout, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to do it with 2 kettlebells. And again, straight back, squat down, pick them up, stand up, down, stand up, down. I'll do 5 reps. Whoop. And that's pretty much it. So if the version that you're doing is very challenging to do for 5 reps, go lighter. Go lighter. There's no point in going super heavy. Okay? Devil's press. So, yeah. Kettlebell is awkward quite a bit, but especially for the devil's press. But you can use 1 kettlebell, and this is too heavy for me, and you can go down to the floor, walk out, and then walk up, and then you can, with the kettlebell, you can clean and press. So you can go clean and press up, right? Or you can snatch it, lift it up. So it's a little bit of a different movement. You need to know how to do it well. But you can
Did she use the medicine ball?
Yes, absolutely. Medicine ball is awesome. So pretend this is a medicine ball. You can go down to the floor, right? Then grab it and lift it up overhead, right? Bring it back down, back, up, and lift it up overhead. So it's the same as with the backpack. A medicine ball is great for this. For the devil's press, or just one weight of some sort. Maybe it's a jug of water or a can of
You guys has any questions?
So much people.
Good.
Now, okay, I have a question quickly,
What's up?
Vadim. If I'm doing one-legged deadlift, I like alternate with maybe one, then like two, like that.
Oh, yeah. So hold on one second. I'm going to mute everyone and I'll unmute you. So it's a great question, right? If you are doing a single-legged deadlift with one weight or two weights, it's great. I would go a little bit more reps, maybe 2-2 on each side, then 4-4 on each side, then 6-6 on each side. Depends on what weight. What weight are you using?
I have 2 20-pound dumbbells.
Yeah, like 2 and 2, then 4-4. I think that would be perfect for you. You should be able to get past 15 to like 18 or so. All right?
Okay.
You guys, everyone else is good? So we're gonna start. There's no time aspect to this, right? So the first thing you're gonna do is 2 reps. Nice and easy, 2 deadlifts, unbroken. So I'm gonna do it and Oka's gonna watch you as well. Whenever you feel ready, just grab your weights and do 2 repetitions. That's it. So pay attention to where your back is. You're gonna squat down, pick them up. That's 1. And that's it. Easy. And that's pretty much it. So 2 reps should feel like a piece of cake. Right? You catch your breath. Make sure you're feeling okay for this. And we're gonna go pretty much straight into 4. See if we can do 4. Because I'm feeling good for now. I don't need that much rest. As we get into higher repetitions, we may need a little extra rest. So I'm gonna do 4 reps here. Try to keep my legs straighter. I'm going 1, 2, 3. Keep your abs engaged.
Guys, keep your weight close to your body.
4 reps.
Nice,
far, so good.
Elena.
So far, so good. Easy peasy. If you guys are doing unloaded version, I'm going to actually put it up here so you can see it. And you should, you can feel free to start doing it now because we're doing the loaded version, right? If you want to stick to unloaded, you can start with the 30 seconds. You're basically doing 30-second hold, 30-second sit-ups, 30-second rest, 30-second Superman. And that's a good variation to stick with. I'm gonna go for my set of 6 now because I feel like I can do it. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna go for 6 straight legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy peasy. It should feel nice and easy for now. 6 reps. Rest. Nice. Try to keep my abs engaged the whole time, right? At the same time, the key here as we get into higher rep count is to keep your abs engaged, but at the same time be able to breathe through it. If you cannot breathe, it's going to get really hard past 10 reps, right? So I'm going to go for 8. Because I feel I can do it. You guys can do it on your own. If you feel like you need extra rest a little bit. I'm going to go for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Good job, guys. focus on technique, focus on the quality of the movement right now. This is what we want to deal with. Quality over quantity. Nice. Good job. So I got my 8. I'm going to rest a little bit. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to rest. We'll go into 10. 10 reps. Nice and easy. I make sure that when I pick them up, I already have my back tensioned, so it's nice and locked up in the neutral position. And I go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. Good. My back starts feeling the workout. It's a good time to take a couple of seconds of rest. Maybe have a sip of Ventra or whatever is it that you're drinking, water. We're gonna go into 12 in a few seconds. I would give myself about at least 30 seconds now, maybe more. Because once I start feeling my back a little bit, I want to make sure I rest enough so it's doable. I can still control my back. I'm not rounding anywhere, and I'm doing it with the same pace. I'm not rushing to get to 12 reps, right? I'm trying to concentrate on quality over quantity, right? I'm gonna go for 12. You guys feel free to follow. Make sure your weight is on your heels as you pick them up, and your back is straight, and you're gonna pick them up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Very nice, Margaret.
8,
Nice, Yoko.
10, 11, 12. Woo! Okay. For me, my mid back starts feeling it a little bit more. So I need about a minute, or maybe like at least 45 seconds before I go into 14. That's what I would do. Twist a little bit. Make sure that my back is feeling okay. My legs are okay. Maybe do a couple of good mornings. Make sure I can control my back. Down and up. Twist slightly. I got 12. I'm going into 14. Set of 14. So I feel like I'm ready. You guys go on your own. Just nice and steady. Focus on quality again. 14 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whew! Okay, that's good. That's good. 14 reps. Hope you guys are feeling okay. Wave if something is off. But so far so good, 14 reps. We're gonna go into 16 in about a minute. Again, quality is more important than just trying to get a lot of reps. And this is where it could get tricky. So if at this point you feel like you cannot finish the 15th or the 16th rep without rounding it back, just set the weights down and you're done for now, right? Stretch a little extra, before we get to the second part of the workout. But we've already done quite a lot of work. Raise the awareness of your body. Make sure that you can control your midsection, right? You're breathing through it. It's good. Where am I? I got 14.
Elena, how's your back?
So, it was okay in the beginning, but now I'm really starting to feel it.
Okay. Go easy on it.
Yeah, I'm taking
Yeah.
my time.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how it's going to go. And by the time you get to 16, you should start feeling a bit more challenging. I'm going to go for 16 reps now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Elena, if your back start hurting, don't do with the weight anymore. Just do without the weight, done with the weight, and then just do the single leg good mornings or deadlift without weight.
Woo! Woo! 16. I'm feeling good. I think 18 is all I got. So I'm gonna do one more set. And I'm good with this, with the deadlifts. Rest a couple of seconds before we do the one more set. Woo. Challenging. So while you're resting, you can also kind of like play with your back, go into flexion, like slouch, back into extension, activating your abs and making sure that this is what controls your back, right? Like, yeah, I know there's muscles on your back, whatever, spinal erectors, a whole bunch of different muscles. But we just want to make sure that your abs are engaged. For the most of us, this is the most challenging part. So you can flex your back, extend it, make your back, abs are engaged, you can breathe through it, and your back is neutral.
Yeah, like that, Elena.
Whew. I'm gonna go for 18. You guys can follow on your own. If you got past this, awesome. If you can get 20 or 22, that's great. I probably wouldn't go past 24 or 25 unless you're doing it with the super lightweight. And then it's totally fine. I'm gonna go for 18.
Very nice, Margaret.
Oh, that's it for me. 18, I'm good. I'm gonna put them on the side. Oh, I'll wait for you guys to finish it off. Don't rush. Let's get your 18 reps. Nice and easy. And so if you're doing unloaded version, keep going. You should be able to get at least 3 rounds or maybe 5 rounds of this, right? Okay. Now for loaded version, I'm gonna show it to you while we're catching our breath, right? It's again, 40 devil's presses, but every time you pause or rest, you're gonna break up and do 10 sit-ups. 10 weighted sit-ups, ideally, or 10 regular sit-ups. And with the weighted sit-up, I wouldn't go super heavy, maybe like a light dumbbell or a backpack, right? I hold on my chest. I'm just gonna go back, and as I'm coming up, I'm gonna press it up overhead, right? So here, press it up, or maybe hold it on my chest the whole time. Just go back and up. If your shoulders are bothering you, right? Just hold it on your chest, up and back. If that's too much, just regular sit-ups. Butterfly would be the best. You may need to put something under your lower back, like a rolled up towel that would help you to get through it faster, or just swing your arms to get through the 10 reps as you're doing it. So a couple of minutes to try the devil's press with either one dumbbell or two dumbbells or one backpack or two kettlebells, right? So with one dumbbell, I'm gonna go at speed just to demo what's gonna happen. It's down and up, pull, boom, down, down and up, pull, down, down and up, pull. I can also switch hands on the way down and grab it with the other hand, set it down on the floor and go, right? It's one version. Second version, two dumbbells, right? Two dumbbells in the front. We're gonna jump. I want to keep them close so they're not flying out. And lift, press, down, boom, jump up, lift, press. Now, be careful if you haven't done this before. If you are trying to jump out and jump back in, you are going to round your back. Absolutely. Almost impossible to avoid it, right? This is where you haven't done it in a long time or you haven't done it like ever. I would just walk out. Instead, walk back in and then make sure your back is straight. Lift it up, press, right? So the trick is jumping out and jumping back in. See how my back is rounding? It's almost impossible to avoid it unless you can jump and lift at the same time, like this. But that's very, very tricky to do. So try your version. Now I'm just gonna watch you. I'm gonna go heavier with my working weights, dumbbells, and I'll try to do a few reps. Whew. So I'm gonna try to do like 3 to 5 reps.
Elena, if that was too much, you can do like plank rows and stuff like that.
I'll try it. I think it'll be
Yep.
okay. I'll try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for 3 to 5 reps at steady pace. So I can kind of breathe through it. Not going super fast. Just go jump, out, pull, press, down, up, jump, out, pull, press, down, down, jump, out, pull, press. That's 3, boom, 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 hip, 4, down, boom, jump out, jump up, pull, up. That's it. 5 reps. Woo! Can't breathe. Now imagine 40. So what we want to make sure is you're not killing yourself here. Pick the weight that's doable. You will be breathing hard through it, but make sure it's not something super crazy. So our goal is to finish 40 reps. And every time you have to let go of your dumbbells and stand up to rest, stop and do 10 sit-ups. Maybe it's regular sit-ups, maybe it's weighted sit-ups, maybe it's weighted press overhead. I'm actually gonna, for the sit-up, I'm gonna use one of the dumbbells. I'm just gonna use the same weight with one dumbbell for the sit-ups. That's pretty much it. Grab a sip of water, guys. Let us know if you have any questions. We're gonna try to do this conditioning piece in one shot. Yoko, yeah, you good? Okay. Whew. Grab a sip of water if you need to. We'll try to get it done in one shot. All right, ready? I'm gonna bump up the music a little bit.
All right, guys.
We're gonna go for 40 reps, guys.
All right. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Every time you break, 10 sit-ups.
Let's go. Slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go. Lose control. Slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go. Lose control.
Watch your back.
Lose control. Face on the floor, make you 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 lose. Face on the floor, face on the floor.
Nice, Catherine.
Face on the floor, lose control. Face on the floor, face on the floor. Face on the floor, face on the floor, face on the floor. Face on the floor, lose control. Face on the floor, face on the floor. Make you lose control.
And then, too much. Break it up.
Let's go. Slip and
You got
slide on the
15.
dance floor.
Whoa.
Let's go. Lose control. Slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go.
1 minute
Lose
in.
control. Slip and slide on the dance floor. Bass on the floor, make you lose control. Slip and slide on the dance floor. Bass on the floor, make you lose control. Slip and slide on the dance floor. Bass on the floor, make you lose control. Slip and slide on the dance floor. Bass on the floor, make you lose control. Bass on the floor, make you lose control. Bass on the floor.
Now every time you rest, 10 sit-ups.
Ah! Woo! Okay.
Bass on the floor, bass on the
That's it. Stop.
bass on the floor,
Right.
bass on the floor,
Give me an opportunity to catch my breath. Woo.
Nice, Elena. Let's go, Steve.
Catch my breath. Go for it. Oh.
3 minutes in. Let's go, Eileen.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Let's go, Cheryl. 4 minutes in.
Ah!
Keep it up, guys.
Ah! 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 We got 10 more. Woo. Woo. Ah! Ah! Couple seconds. Go for last one. I want to break it up now. Then I want you. Oh.
Nice, Elena.
Ah.
Nice, Margaret. Let's go. Nice, Catherine.
Ah. Ah. Oh. Oh.
Let's go, Steve. Six minutes.
Shot me into the night. I was falling down the river, floating into the light. Can't decide if I'm drunk or
Up, guys, keep it up. Almost there. Almost done.
Bases crawling to my knees, moving 1, 2, 3. I surrender to the beat. Give it one more breath. Heart is pounding in my chest. Oh yes, you're not rocking with the best. Oh yes.
Keep it up, guys.
Nice, Steve. Keep it up, Eileen. Good job, Cheryl. Keep it up. Kathleen, you good? Done? Nice. Well done. That was rough.
Good job, Margaret. Go, Steve.
Are you done? Awesome. Good job. Nice, Steve. Keep it up. Keep it up. Almost there. Cheryl, you done? Nice. Good up, Eileen. Almost there. Steve, done, right? Awesome. Good job. Eileen, you done?
Good job, guys.
I think we're all done. That's awesome.
Yep. Nice.
Great. Great time for everyone. You guys did great. Amazing. Good job. Whoo.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, stretch. Have a great day, guys.
Yes,
Enjoy. There's
thank you.